just going to create from this option. So I'll start with this. Go to here and the end particle, and inside the end particle you will see legacy particle. Inside this you have to click over this option. Directly you will click over this option, then you will see this emitter, which is called the omni, right? So this omni means it is going to emit the particle from all the direction, which is called the omni. But I want to change the shape or the style of the emitter, then I can go with this option again in the create emitter, and I'll select this omni, and direction also you will find here, and third one is the volume. So from any specific direction you want to emit your particles, so you can decide the source location or the direction from here. This is called the direction, or any specific volume you want to add, you want to create, you can decide the volume also. So from here we will start this, and one more thing you will see by default enabled, which is called the rate of the particle per second. So here if you see in the dynamic, actually particle is emitting per second, or per particle is going to emit per second. So in a second it is going to emit 100 particle, but you would like to increase the value of particle, or you want to add more density on it, then simply you can increase the value like this again. So this is the rate, okay. And below few more properties you will see, this is called the basic emission speed attributes, right? So from here you can decide the speed also, speed and random speed I can decide. So I can work with these properties later on. Here I can decide the emitter. So from here I want to go with this option. I'll show you both the difference between both this emitter and the directional. So just click here and select. This is called the omni again, right? And go to again back here and select this create emitter. I select this time this directional. So just say create, and this time this source I'm just going to keep a little bit here, see, and I want to play, just move it little bit in the right, just say, see, this is the omni and this one is the direction, but it is moving very fast. Why? Because see, by default when you start Maya, in the preferences setting you will see playback speed, play every frame. It is for the particle only, but this time we are going to change it to real time preview, which is called the 24 fps, and from here also you can decide the frame rate. So by default you will see 24, but here you have to change the playback speed. So I changed it to 24 fps. I say save. Now just you want to play this again, then you will see real time preview of these particles. So this is the particle which is omni particle, and means emitter, and this one is the directional emitter. So I can decide all properties, or I can change. I want to change the direction of this, then you have to select the channel attribute from here. So just do click over the attribute editor, then you will see all the properties. So I'm explaining you this also, but this time first I just want to delete all this. Now again go back to here and say particle. Again I will create this option. At a time I select only one right now, so I will select this omni, say create. So I said omni means it is going to emit the particle, but from the all direction. So once you will play, then you will see the particles, right? So by default I'm creating this source, then you will see the source 2 and the particle 1. Source 2 means before that already I've created, that was the 1, but second time I've created, it's showing 2, source 2 and the particle 1. So what it does, see, once you will click here, then you will see all the properties related to particles. I want to add more particle in this particular area, then I can change the rate of the particles per second. If I say 500, then it will like work like this. See, I'm getting here more particles per second, and I select only the 50, then you will see 50 particles per second it is emitting. So now this is the Omni one, right? And here you will see speed also. So by default you will see 1, but you want more speed, then just say 5 and just click and check. See, this is the speed. And from here I can also create the random speed, means like randomly it will move. So I can decide the random particle speed also. So now I just select 0 and this will be only the 1, right? And I can decide also the speed. But see, if I change the emitter type directly from here, I can also change. If I say directional, then go back to here. From the first frame I just play, then you will see it is playing but from one direction. This time I want to change the direction for this particle emitter. From here I say it is by default going to emit in x direction, but I say 0 and I would like to play in one like in y direction. So I just have added this value and it will move towards the y direction. See, so particle is moving in up direction, which is in y. Now I want to change the spread value. I say 20 and now it is going to spread like this, but just I want to keep point, sorry, actually I've added 10, but it's automatically takes 1. I say 0.5. Now you see, and one more time just I want to change it to 2. See, this is the particle which is going smoothly in the up direction. I want to change the speed again. I say 2. Now just check the speed of the particle again. So it is moving fast now. I can change it to like I can decide, but I'm just going to keep the by default 1 value here. And this is the speed, and speed randomly I can decide. See, some of particles going down, some of particles going in the up, and some of particles going up but little bit slow. So I can decide the random speed from here also. So I just kept only 0 here, and see, these are the properties I can change. Okay, so now density I want to increase. I'll have to just change this. Okay, 300 per second particles I want to create. So now it is moving like this, right? See, just I was explaining you all the particle method, which is the default one was the emit this create emitter, which is legacy particle, right? And see, this is the particle, but here I want to change what the solver, or I want to add fields and solver is what, these are the properties, these are the types of forces. From here sorry, I can change the forces types. So once you will select the particle, then just go to field, select the air, gravity, see, drag, Newton, radial. These are the types of properties, or the different you can say forces types you will see. And directly just select the particle and click over this options, then you will see different properties. So just I have added the gravity here. Now you will see gravity is the by default 9.8 magnitude. Now you want to change, or you want to increase, you want to decrease the value of the gravity, means magnitude, directly you can change from this option. Now the thing is, I just want to play from the 0, I just say this, it is going down. But if I decrease the magnitude of this, I say 2, then it is going to, little bit up, and then it is going to down, see. But I want to do again, I want to change, say 1, or if I say 1.5, see. So this is the behavior. Wow, it is doing very smooth, and it is automatically coming back after, like some frames. If I increase it to 3, right? So this is the magnitude, and you would like to change the direction of it. Actually, see, this area is for the properties to change, like you want to tweak something, so you can directly edit from this area or this palette. So from here I change the magnitude again, and I want to change the attenuation also, like this, see. So it is going to work like this. I say 0 only, and direction I can change. Direction, it is going to do in up. So now the thing is, I want to say 0, and in the x direction I want to change. I say 1. See, it is moving towards like this direction, which is x. Yes, but this is the against of the gravity. I say 0, and here I will keep the value to -1 again. I hope understood the emitter, type, which is omni and the directional. So here I used the directional, and I've added some properties, and the field solver. So just if you delete from this outliner, I say delete gravity, then it would be, like it will be default the particles only, like this. But again, you want to change the particle, like force type. So if I say air, what it does, see, like it is going to work like similar like air. So I can change the magnitude also, attenuation, direction, right? So I say 1 in x, and from here I want to say 0, and we will increase the speed of this, all right? So I change, see, this is the air, and attenuation, direction, inherent velocity, okay, and this is the magnitude. This is called the air. So these are the properties which you can directly add, and you can change, or you can play with different properties of this. So I changed air, gravity. If I say turbulent, it will work. I'll show you how it's going to work in our scene. So just I want to delete all these things. Now go back to here in the particle, and from here instead of this I will use now particle tool. So just click here, and change the name. I say brushed particles underscore particles, and select here and say sketch particle, sketch interval 5, and number of particle I say 10, and radius we have to again increase the size. So I say 50 here, and radius will be 2, and okay, done. Now I want to sketch means like this, see. So any shapes you would like to create, you want to change, so you can create like this. So this is the particle, Now just hit enter, then you will complete the task. So select the particle and you can see these are the particles, but inside that you would like to change the shape of these particles. Simply just select the particle, go to in the channel editor, right? And attribute editor. Here you will see brushed particles, which is the default one, which I'm just seeing in the perspective. Now go back to here. In this section, there you will see brushed particle shapes, right? Here you will see different types of properties like dynamic, weight, and the conserve. But this is not going to work right now. I'm not I'm not using the moving particle here. Now these are the particle, but which is static completely. So now change the render attributes, which you will see here in the render section. And by default this is the type, render type, which is points, but I want to change it to see spheres or any other sprites. Okay, sprite is like part of like 2D, I'll explain you 2D squares. Now this time I say multi-string, but I want to change it to sphere. I select current render type and change it to 1. So this is the particle. Now this particle is going to behave in different properties, so we will have to add some different properties here. Go to in the first frame and select this and go back to here. In the field I say turbulent. So in the turbulent directly you can add, or you want to play, or you want to tweak the property, just click here. You will see the magnitude, attenuation, and frequency, phase, everything, noise level, everything you will see here only. But I want to change real time from the attribute editor. I can directly play with the properties. Go to here, see nothing happens. Why? Because we haven't added this property here. Now select the particle, go to here, select this field and solver, and say turbulent. And by default magnitude you will see 5. See, it is going to work like this. Right, so these are the particles. Here you will like play with different properties. If I say magnitude, it should be 10, then I just increase the value only. Now see the reaction over the particles. And if we are using the attenuation, right, I say 0.2. See, it is going to behave in a different ways. Okay, so I say attenuation 0.1, and here I want to change it to 100. Right, it's moving fast. I say again 50 only, and increase the attenuation into 10. Now see, from the specific like area it's going to work like this. So I just increase the attenuation into 50. Now see, nothing happens. I say 1, see, 2, so these are the particles, and which is like behaving. But if I have added some properties, then it is going to react, or it is going to do something different in the scene. So this is the particle, right? And these are the phase x, y, wherever like you want to see this. See, I say to 0, and only in the x I want to say the 25 phase. Noise level you want to increase. See, so this is the drawing of the particle. So I just want to delete and change the setting of the brushed particle, which is here. So select the particle tool again, and I want to create, like different thing. So I say create particle grid. Like click here, like this. So you can create your grid. So this is the grid, and within this particular particles I want to change the shape. So I said once you will select the particle, go to in the right hand side particle shape, change the particle render type, and I just say sphere like this, right? And say current render type, and I say 1. Oh my god, 0.2. Right now, time to add the solvers. So just go to here and select this. I say radial. Inside this radial, oh, very nice. So this is the radial type attenuation, and this is the particle. See, wow, very nice. So just I decrease the magnitude of this. I say 15 and just say playback. Okay, but before that you have to say minus. Then it is going to work in like this direction.